Hey guys! So today's video is going to be bringing it back. This is a tag that hasn't been done in forever, but I needed something to do quick because I've been so busy this week and it's almost Friday, so I had to do something quick. So the tag that I will be doing this week is called my first time tag. I'm sure most of you know what the first time tag is. If you don't know, basically it's just a bunch of scenarios or things that were my first time doing something. So yeah, so here we go with the first time tag. My first word. Apparently, according to my parents, it was dada, but I mean, that's what they all say. So my first airplane ride. Apparently I was a baby. I believe we were going to California because my mom's family lives in California, so I bet we were visiting them. My first broken bone was my arm. I believe I broke it at my sister's birthday party. I was on a trampoline with a bunch of people, way more than there should have been on the trampoline. And we all thought it would be a good idea to all jump at the same time. We were doing it for a while until this one time I went way too high and then I landed my arm on the spring and then I had to go to the doctor. I don't know which arm, but it was broken. The first person I thought of today. Usually when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think of is like music in my head. And I was thinking of music that was in the movie Suicide Squad, which I loved the movie. I've already seen it 3 times. Harley Quinn's Queen. So I was thinking of Suicide Squad this morning because I did see it last night. So that's probably why they were the first people I thought of this morning. My first CD, I believe, was one of those CDs that's like, now that's what I call music, number 29, 49, 50, I don't know. One of those. It's like those CDs that have like mix of different artists and stuff. Yeah, that was my first CD. My first pet that I remember was, I believe, a chocolate lab. His name was Kobe, and he was not the best dog. I believe he ran away. There was this one time where I ran away with him, which I will have to explain to you all some other time. The first thing I did today, well, obviously I woke up, but after I wake up, I check my phone because I do that every time I wake up. My first stuffed animal that I remember was a little like brown teddy bear that my parents got me, and I don't think it was even my birthday. The teddy bear had a red shirt on and it said happy birthday on it with a little firework on the side of it. I really liked it and I think I actually named the bear happy birthday. My first big purchase was an iPod. It was one of those really old iPods that didn't even have a camera or anything. But I remember like I saved up my money to get an iPod, and then finally my dad was like, okay, we can go get your iPod. So I just pulled out that wad of money and I handed it to the cashier and I got my iPod. My first celebrity crush, I'm not quite sure about this one. It was probably like someone on Disney Channel, like Zack and Cody, or like someone from the Jonas Brothers, like probably Nick because he was my favorite, or probably like Zac Efron, I don't know. Definitely someone from Disney Channel. My first all-nighter, I'm gonna tell you about the time where I actually like saw the sun and the birds chirping in the morning and I was like, okay, I need to go to bed. But it was actually because I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos and it was a school night, and then I remember like seeing the sun creep through my drapes and like I heard birds chirping and I was like, okay, this needs to stop. I think I only got like an hour of sleep that night, but yeah, it wasn't fun. So my first piercing was when I was 4, and I remember I was just getting my ears pierced and they had me hold a little purple teddy bear and it hurt so bad. I remember like I dropped the teddy bear and I screamed so loud. But then that closed up real quickly because I didn't like them, I guess. But when I was 8, I got my ears re-pierced and I still cried, but yeah. But now I have double piercings, so yeah. My first detention was in high school. The only time I've ever had detentions was for being late to school or for unexcused absence. I remember my first detention, like I just read a book or something and it was pretty chill, like it wasn't horrible. My first detention was for only like 30 minutes. The first person I texted today was my mom, and it was really boring. It was just her telling me not to park the car in the grass. The first concert that I actually remember was a Kenny G concert. He plays saxophone and stuff. We went because my mom really likes him. I mean, I have to admit he's pretty good. But I think actually my first concert was a Barney concert, but I don't really remember it, so yeah. My first phone was a little red flip phone, and I was about 8 years old when I got it. I don't think my mom was really fond about me having a phone at 8, but I remember when I first got that phone, what I did was I voted for someone on American Idol. That girl didn't end up winning, but she was really good. My first video game that I remember playing was actually Soul Calibur on a little Dreamcast. And honestly, that's not like the best video game to be first starting off to play. I still play it to this day though. So the first time I ever went fishing was in my hometown, just off the dock, and my dad was like saying, oh, you have to be patient and stuff. And I said, okay, alright, I'll be patient. He got my fishing pole all ready, and then like he casted it in the water, and I was just waiting, and he was getting my sister's pole ready, but then like he saw that my bobber was down in the water, and he was like, Ari, you got a hit. And I'm like, I got a what? And he's like, you caught something. And so I didn't know how to reel in at the time. I just put my fishing pole behind my back and I start running all the way down the dock. And then my dad was calling me back. I lost the fish though, but that was a great first time fishing story. And I believe the same day, this is when I learned finally how to cast. I was casting and I did it wrong, and the hook got stuck in my ear and there was a worm on it. It was so disgusting. The first thing I ever learned how to cook was scrambled eggs, I believe, because my dad was making them and I wanted to know. But I don't even like scrambled eggs, so I mean, I just make them for people, I guess. Alright, the last one is my first regretted hairstyle. So I think I was about 12 or 13. I had these side bangs that were like about this length and they were kind of awkward. And I was about to go out with some friends and I really didn't like how they looked. So I thought, maybe I can just cut them and maybe they'll be good. That was not the best idea because I cut them around this length. So it was very awkward, and I was showing my mom and she was saying there was nothing I could do about it. And so I tried tucking it behind my ear, but it didn't work well. But thank God my hair grows out fast. So that is the end of this video for my first time tag. I hope you all liked it. Please give a thumbs up and leave a comment on something of your first time if you want. And last but not least, subscribe. I hope you all liked the video and I'll see you next Friday.